now having a bit of an issue with the jittering and also coming up with this interpenetration has occurred. Now what's happened there is that actually behind here, if we rewind to the start, I actually had some interpenetrating geometry, and so once that tries to calculate with the dynamics, you end up getting all these messed up results. So what I'm going to do is just move that to the side so that they're no longer interpenetrating, and come back out here and give a bit of a playback. And you'll notice that that is a much nicer result. Okay, so from here we're going to go into our channel box editor, and selecting all our cubes, we can then have a bit of a play around with the different values that we have here. So first of all, I'm going to try reducing the bounciness to 0.4, just to see what sort of an effect that has. And you'll see that the cubes don't really respond as much as they did, so we probably want to keep the bounciness, maybe even try at 0.7 just to see what it looks like. And that's looking okay, but we're not getting enough of an impact because we want to get all these cubes to just scatter when they get hit. So this is our dropping box, which is cube 1, and we're going to crank the mass up. Let's try it at 3. And you'll see that there's a much more distinctive hit when it first impacts. Because we're not getting as much boxes going everywhere as we would like, I'm going to just change the position of a couple of these. I'll move back to the start so that they're a little more off balance than they were, and so therefore more likely to just kind of fall apart. I'm also going to come up here and cheat a little bit and just scale this out, hitting R to bring out the scale tool, make that a little bit bigger, and I'm also going to drag it up a little bit further so that it gathers a little more momentum before hitting. So we're going to play that back, and that's starting to get there, but we're still not getting the boxes scattering. As you can see though, with dynamics, it will play back in slightly different ways a lot of the time. So after you play it through, it'll start to bring out something more consistent. Okay, but we still want to get this kind of explosion of boxes, so I might actually go through, select all these boxes, and put the bounciness up to 0.9 to see what sort of a result we get. It does make a bit of a nicer explosion, but we're getting all this external action here which is looking a little bit silly. So what we're going to do to try and solve that is turning up our static friction. So if we change that to 0.6, we get a couple of nice little boxes falling out to the side, but really we're still looking for that impact at the top. So I'm going to come back here and turn that mass up to 10 to see what sort of an effect that will get. Okay, so we're getting a bit more of the scatter going, which is great. What I might do now then is select all of these and dial the bounciness back down because it's becoming a little excessive, so I'll let that play through. And so now everything is just dragging on the ground too much, so we'll come back through, dial that down to 0.5. Now, as you can probably tell, this is a lot about just trial and error, and we're getting a couple of interpenetrations. We'll see if that continues to occur. But this is getting towards what we want. We're getting a nice little formation of boxes to just fall in on each other, although I'd still like to get a little bit more of an explosion happening. So I'm going to come back down to static friction, dial that back down to 0.4, and I'm actually going to select all the boxes except for the one that's dropping and turn their mass down to 0.5. So to just save you from listening to me yabbering on for a while, I'll keep playing around with these different values for the next video.